What's up, guys? I have to title this video, so you probably already know what it's about. My 3 favorite Spyderco knives that I have to this date. It may change sometime soon, depending on what I get. I don't really know what they're coming out with recently. I think that new paramilitary 2, the blue carbon fiber with M390. That may become one of my favorites, but I don't even know if I'm going to get it, so I couldn't tell you. As you can see, what I have here is a brown G10 military with CTS XHP. If you watch my videos, my past videos, you've probably seen this a few times. Seen this once or twice maybe. It's the carbon fiber S90V. Paramilitary 2, which is an amazing knife. I was lucky enough to get 2 of them before they skyrocketed into the $500 range. Really glad I got these 2 because it's one of my all-time favorite knives. I don't care. I mean, I love my Chris Reeves. I love my large micarta. But there's something about these knives, man. This carbon fiber peel ply texture with the S90V. Just a super awesome steel that I wish everybody could use it. I wish that my hopes is that it will become as ubiquitous and well known as S30V, because what I hear from the old timers is that just 10 years ago, maybe 8 years ago, S30V was the newest, hottest steel there was. I mean, if you had a knife with S30V, you had the best shit that was out right now. And the technology has just come such a long way that now we're up to S90V, S110V, stuff like that. So my hopes is that soon this won't be a sprint steel, it won't be a super steel, it will be the new standard. And that would be so awesome. The knife, it's a good time to be a knife enthusiast because the industry is just taking off. And I know you probably hear this shit all the time, but being a knife lover, it's a good thing that you're hitting it in this era because it's awesome, and I predict that it's just going to keep becoming more and more awesome as time goes by. Just think if the new standard was S90V and we were all running around with knives that cut for days. I mean, you have to really try to dull this knife. You have to work at it. And I'm not bullshitting you. You have to work to dull this knife. Same goes for this. CTS 20CP, Carpenter Steel's new, not new, I don't know if it's new or not, Carpenter Steel's equivalent to S90V. And as far as my meager, non-scientific redneck testing goes, that's what I've come to believe also, that this is S90V's equivalent. It's a little bit finer grain than S90V. I don't know what I'm showing you. I'm just concentrating on what I'm saying more than what I'm showing. So it's a little bit finer grain, so it does take a little bit sharper of an edge in my experience. And your mileage may vary, but I can get the CTS sharper than the S90, which both are absolutely kick-ass steel. And if you can get a knife in either of these steels, jump on it because it will blow your mind. I promise you. Every time I use these 2 knives, my mind is blown to the max. And I love it because you cut some stuff and you expect, okay, I'm going to have a nick or a roll or just a flat spot, a dull spot, won't shave hair, and it'll surprise you every time. I I just ripped apart, just dominated like 10 cardboard boxes, no joke. I probably made close to 600 or 700 cuts. Took me not a couple hours. I took a break or 2. Oh shit, my battery's dying. I took a break or 2, but it took me a good long while, and the knife would still shave hair and slice phone book paper like nothing. So it's pretty awesome. CTS XHP is supposed to be ZDP 189 like, and I haven't really stretched it out. But it does hold its edge for a while. It takes a super fine edge. As you can see from my other videos, I can whittle hair with this. I'm not bragging, I'm just saying it takes a good edge. So I really like this steel, and from what I've seen so far, it does hold its edge for a good long while. But it's going to be nothing compared to these two. And I don't want to be real long-winded about it. I just wanted to talk about my 3 favorite Spydercos and just kind of get it documented, see if it changes down the road. I think Christmas, there's supposed to be some new knives coming out, so hopefully I can update this. But yeah, this turned into more of a talk about steels, didn't it? But if you can find any of these knives, I say jump on them, because they're all 3 great knives. And the new steels that are coming out are just ridiculous. And I'm so glad that we can experience it, because just think about when 440C was the hot shit. And 440C doesn't even compare to these listed right here. Especially these two. And I think that, don't quote me on this because it's just hearsay right now, but I think Crucible is having some troubles. So Spyderco may be trying to move away from Crucible steel. Again, I have no clue if the statement is valid or not, so I kind of don't even like repeating it. But YouTube is not really all that serious, so don't quote me on it. This could just be complete hearsay. But I think Crucible is going through some troubles. I know they had some legal troubles recently, but I think Spyderco is trying to move towards Carpenter steels, and I like that because Carpenter makes some pretty badass steels, as demonstrated by CTS20. So I don't know if we'll see S90 in the future, like I talked about at the beginning of the video, but I hope we do. I hope they don't just fall by the wayside. I mean, if that happens, all the Crucible steel is just going to become even more hot and more sought after. It'll be even harder to get to. So I hope Crucible and Carpenter thrive. I want to see them come out with newer, better stuff and just blow our minds even more, because that's what we all want, right? We want industry progression. It should be encouraged at every chance you get. Encourage knife makers and big companies to use the newer stuff and branch out and see what can be done. Anyway, I don't know how this video turned into what it is, but my 3 favorite Spydercos, my battery's going dead, gotta cut it short. I'll talk to you guys later.